The air aboard the Shadow's grasp is thick, with the scent of rust and desperation, a pungent mix that clings to the back of Jock Marrison's throat as he navigates the dimly lit corridors. Flickering neon lights cast an eerie kaleidoscopic glow over the metallic walls, their hum a constant unsettling backdrop to the chaos that has become all too familiar. The ship groans under the weight of its own decay, its once proud frame now a labyrinth of shadows and secrets. In a chamber deep within the ship's underbelly, 4 captive cells stand like silent sentinels, their occupants held in stasis chambers. The air here is colder, heavier, as if the very walls are aware of the lives they confine. Beside her, the second cell contains the Dragon Emperor's daughter, Serithka. Her regal posture is unyielding, even in captivity. Her scales catch the light in subtle, shifting hues, like the play of sunlight on a river's surface. Each scale seems to hold a story, a fragment of her lineage and power. Her amber eyes are open, piercing the gloom with an intensity that makes Jock's heart stutter. She stands as if she still commands armies, her presence filling the room with an unspoken authority. The third cell houses Vajra, a widowed starfighter pilot from Gue, her broad shoulders squared, her pilot's frame imposing with muscles corded beneath her utilitarian clothing. Yet there is a softness upon her blue face, reflected in her expressive green eyes. In the final cell is XTZ-13, an android, a marvel of engineering, a quiet, unyielding resolve compacted in a silvery frame, gleaming with feminine features. Its expression neutral, but Jock senses a restless AI awaiting to be released from its captivity. Amid this tableau of imprisonment stands Jock, the human engineer. His lanky frame is hunched over a control panel, fingers trembling as they hover over the buttons. His brown hair is disheveled, falling over his forehead, and his glasses perpetually slide down his nose, a constant annoyance he's too distracted to fix. His hands are smeared with grease, the remnants of hours spent tinkering with the ship's failing systems. Jock is not a hero. He's not even particularly competent, but he is here, and he is trying, mostly because the pirates had dragged him aboard after his ship's engine failed, mistaking his fumbling repairs for expertise that didn't quite possess. With a deep breath, Jock pulls the lever. The room is filled with a deafening hiss as the cell doors begin to slide open, the sound reverberating through the chamber like a mechanical beast awakening from slumber. His eyes widen in shock, and he stumbles backward, tripping over his own feet before landing in a clumsy heap on the floor. The sound of the doors retracting echoes through the chamber, a mechanical groan that seems to shake the very walls. The air is filled with the scent of ozone and the tang of released tension. The 4 women step forward, their movements synchronized by an unspoken understanding. The alien princess beekeeper tilts her head, her glowing eyes fixing on Jock with a mixture of curiosity and gratitude. Her gaze is otherworldly, as if she sees not just him, but the threads of fate that have brought them together. Her slender form moves with a grace that defies the confines of her armor, each step a silent promise of power and precision. Beside her, the Dragon Emperor's daughter unfolds herself from her cell, her regal aura filling the room. Her scales shimmer in the dim light, casting fleeting reflections on the walls. Her amber eyes lock onto Jock with a piercing intensity, as if weighing his worth in that single moment. She moves with the confidence of one born to rule, her every gesture a reminder of her lineage and strength. The starfighter pilot follows, arms akimbo, gaze steady and appraising. Her frame is imposing, her presence commanding, her movements economical, honed by years of survival and loss. But there is a warmth about her belying her hardened exterior, a softness in her eyes as she looks at Jock. The artificial woman stands a measured distance beside the others, non-blinking eyes assessing everything about her in efficient movements, then settling upon the human as if his presence is an anomaly not accounted for in her equations. For a moment, the room is silent, save for the hum of ship engines and the faint hiss of the cell doors settling into place. The air is charged with anticipation, the weight of what has just happened hanging heavy in the silence. Jock pushes himself to his feet, brushing off his coveralls with a nervous laugh, his voice cracking slightly.
Sorry about not getting you out sooner, the pirates. They watch our every, move. Zenas, she's the cook, said I didn't mean, I wasn't trying to.
The beekeeper princess steps forward, movements graceful, despite the confines of her armor. Glowing eyes soften as she speaks, as if seeing something in him that even he cannot. Her voice a melodic hum, seemingly in Jock's chest, with measured words, each one carrying the weight of centuries of wisdom.
You have freed us. For that, we are in your debt.
The dragon's daughter inclines her head, her expression unreadable, her voice smooth and commanding, words that challenge a subtle test of his resolve.
Perhaps there is more to you than meets the eye. Your actions, clumsy in the attempt they were, have proven fortuitous.
The pilot offers a genuine smile, her voice warm, edged with a hint of amusement.
Looks like you've got a knack for this, engineer. Let's see if you can keep it up.
The artificial woman regards him simply, lifting her right eyebrow inquiringly.
Sure. I'll try, but, what's the plan now?
Jock blinks, mind racing, voice shaky, but there is a newfound resolve beneath his uncertainty. He is no longer just a bystander. He's a part of this, whether he likes it or not. The women exchange a glance, a silent communication passing between them. It is a language Jock cannot understand, a bond forged in shared struggle and survival. The beekeeper turns back to Jock, her glowing eyes softening, her voice steady, her conviction unshakable.
We take this ship, and we leave no room for the pirates to reclaim it.
Jock's heart skips a beat as he swallows hard, hands fidgeting at his sides. His voice is laced with doubt, but there is a spark of determination in his eyes.
Right, take the ship. Got it. So, how do we do that?
The dragon's daughter steps forward, her regal presence filling the room, her voice steady.
We will need your knowledge of the ship's systems, and your unique ability to trigger mechanisms.
Her words are complimentary, yet carrying an expectation that makes Jock's stomach churn.
Sounds like you're our lucky charm, Jock. Let's see if you can keep that streak going.
You are the random variable that will ensure success, Jock Marrison.
The artificial woman's voice soft, absent any mechanical cadence. Jock nods, though his stomach churns with a mix of excitement and dread.
Okay, I'll just lead the way. First the gallery.
The artificial woman tilts her head slightly, a faint green glow in her optics.
You do not seem in need of sustenance, Jock Marrison, and I doubt you could keep any food down.
Surprised by the analysis, but not its accuracy, Jock shook his head slightly as he slowly led the way down the corridor.
Zenas, the cook. She's like me, forced to work for the pirates. She can help.
Jock's voice is firmer now, his resolve strengthening with each passing moment. He's no longer just the inept engineer. He's a part of something greater, something that feels both terrifying and exhilarating. The four of them move as a unit, their steps purposeful as they navigate the labyrinthine corridors of the Shadow's grasp. The ship is a maze of metal and shadows, yet Jock ably leads them to the galley, avoiding areas frequented by the pirate crew. Reaching the gallery, they find a lichen woman wearing food-stained tunic and an apron, sturdy rolling pin in hand, as if she were ready to fend off unwanted mercenaries. Her raspberry red fur matted down from working in the steamy kitchen. There is a relieved expression on her lupine face as she greets the human with a quick hug.
I knew you could do it, Jock.
Final member in tow, Jock and Zenas quickly sketch the best route to the ship's bridge, the air thick with the scent of sweat and desperation as they move out. But the former prisoners move with a confidence that seems used to the chaos ahead of them, their presence a calming force in the midst of emotional turmoil. The beekeeper's glowing eyes scan the surroundings, her armor humming softly as she detects potential threats. Her movements are fluid, each step calculated, as if she's attuned to the very heartbeat of the ship. The dragon's daughter strides ahead, her regal aura commanding respect, even from the hardened pirates who cross their path. Her presence is a silent declaration of power, a reminder of the strength she wields. The pilot and artificial woman keep sharp, appraising gazes as they assess the ship's layout. Their movements are economical, their focus unwavering, and Jock feels a sense of security in her presence as he and Zenas trail behind them. The Lupine cook at ease with the situation, reveling in the hunt as Jock, hands stuffed in his pockets, mind racing over the events unfolding around him. He's never been in a situation like this before, never been part of something so big. He's always been the guy in the background, the one who fixes things quietly and hopes no one notices. But now he's at the center of it all, and he can't help but feel a surge of something he can't quite name. Excitement, fear, maybe a little of both. The weight of responsibility presses down on him, but there is also a sense of belonging, a feeling that he is exactly where he needs to be. They reach the ship's bridge, the heart of the Shadow's grasp. The room is a chaos of blinking lights and shouting pirates. The pirate captain, a burly man with a scar across his cheek, stands at the helm, his eyes narrowing as he spots the newcomers. His presence a physical threat that fills the room, hand resting on the hilt of his power sword, his voice a growl as he snarls.
"Oh, what in the void are you doing here?"
The Dragon Empress's daughter steps forward, her regal presence silencing the room with an unwavering gaze. And for a moment, the room holds its breath. Then, in a steady voice echoing through the chamber, she utters a declaration that leaves no room for argument.
This ship no longer belongs to you. Surrender now, and we may show mercy.
Mercy from the likes of you? I don't think so.
The captain's laugh is a harsh, barking sound as he raises a hand, and the pirates around him reach for their weapons. The air is electric with tension, the scent of violence hanging heavy in the air. Jock's heart pounds in his chest, his hands clenching into fists as he prepares for what comes next. Princess Inaria raises her hand, and a soft hum fills the room. The air seems to shimmer as pirates freeze in place, their movements halted as if time itself has stopped. Her beekeeper power is subtle yet undeniable, a force that bends reality to her will. When at last she speaks, her voice is calm but firm.
Your crew is no match for us. Surrender, and you may yet live.
Her words are a warning, a final offer of mercy, and Jock feels a surge of awe at her ability to control the situation. The captain's eyes widen in shock, but he shakes his head, his grip tightening on his blade.
Never.
His voice a defiant challenge, yet pride is his undoing. His refusal to yield a testament to his stubbornness. XTC-13 steps forward, voice steady, as she glances about the bridge.
Then we shall do this the hard way.
Activating her combat protocols, the artificial woman, with a speed and precision that is almost unsettling, begins disarming the pirates with calculated efficiency. Meanwhile, a pirate, edging along the bulkhead toward Jock, finds his attack stymied when the wooden shaft of Zenus's rolling pin deftly blocks his power sword from cleaving the human's head in two.
Got your back, Jock.
Surprising even himself, Jock pulls out a lateral spanner he had tucked into his back pocket and clobbers his attacker into submission. The pirates are no match for their strength, and within moments the battle is finished, with the survivors given a choice to go peacefully to the brig or join their captain, now dead on the floor. Disarmed and subdued, they willingly chose to be put into the same cryo-storage that had held the princess, the dragon's daughter, the widowed pilot, and the artificial woman. Jock watches in awe, his heart pounding in his chest. He's never seen anything like this, never been part of something so alive. He feels a surge of adrenaline, a sense of belonging that he's never experienced before. These women, they're incredible, and somehow He's here with them, a part of their story. The chaos of the moment is overwhelming, but there is also a clarity, a sense that he is exactly where he needs to be. Once the dead are jettisoned into the depths of space, Vadra casually turns to Jock, the fighter pilot's smile warm but teasing, her hand resting lightly on his shoulder. Her touch is a gesture of camaraderie, a silent acknowledgement of his role in their success.
Not bad for a first try, engineer. Think you can handle the helm?
Her voice is laced with confidence, a belief in his abilities that makes Jock stand a little bit straighter.
Sure, I think so. I've read the manuals.
His voice is shaky, but there is a newfound determination in his eyes. He's no longer just the inept engineer. He's a part of this crew, and he's ready to rise to the challenge. The dragon's daughter inclines her head, her expression approving, her voice steady.
Then take your place. We will guide you.
Her words are a command, but they are also a promise of support. And Jock feels a surge of gratitude. Hands trembling slightly, Jock steps up to the helm. The controls are unfamiliar, a mix of alien technology and human engineering. The console is a maze of buttons, levers, and glowing screens, each one a mystery waiting to be solved. To one side of him, Xenos leans over, a reflective tone in her voice.
I think this is the part where I am supposed to ask if you have any regrets. Seems kind of pointless to me, seeing as the alternative was staying slaves to pirates. So, forget I said anything.
Good point, Xenos. But what about you? Weren't you a xenobiologist heading to some colony world to conduct interspecies relationship studies before being made the cook?
Yeah, but I think I'll stay with you folks now. This looks to be a lot more fun.
With all 5 women's guidance, Jock slowly began learning to navigate the ship, his fingers moving with a confidence he doesn't quite feel. The alien beekeeper princess moves to stand beside him, her glowing eyes scanning the controls, her voice a soothing hum, a calming influence, words to remind that he is not alone.
Steady, Jock Marrison. You are doing well.
Thanks to all of you, but where are we going?
5 women exchange glances, and once more Jock senses a silent communication passing between them. It is a language forged in shared struggle and survival. The beekeeper turns back to Jock, her glowing eyes softening, her voice steady, her conviction unshakable.
To our next adventure,